Hey guys, how's it going? That's my terrible attempt at an intro, but today, what are we doing today, Tate?
You're gonna give me a cello lesson.
I'm giving Tate a cello lesson. For those of you who don't know, Tate is my now 15-year-old brother.
Yeah.
His birthday was recently. That was probably bad grammar. I don't know. Anyway, so we're giving Tate a cello lesson today. Tate had a thing come up in his orchestra class where he has to learn how to play a 3-octave A minor harmonic scale. That's a lot. So I might have to explain what all that means. Okay, so in music, an octave is 8 notes. In music, the musical alphabet goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so basically an octave is when you go from one letter note to the same letter note. It's just one set of notes higher. So, for example, you have A, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G is the 7th note, and the 8th that makes up the octave is the A again.
Yep.
So he has to play 3 octaves, so 24 notes?
Yep.
24 notes, and what a harmonic minor scale means is he starts on the note A, and when he plays up, he goes A, B, C, D, E, F, but the G is raised. It's called what's raised, so the G is actually called a G sharp.
Yeah.
So basically what that means is it's like half a pitch higher. So let me demonstrate on this super lanky boy cello. They have the pin too long on. So what Tate has to play is because a normal G note sounds like this is a normal G. This is an A. This note in between G and A, that note that's in between G and A is called a G sharp or an A flat.
Depends on what key you're in.
Music theory. It's really complicated. Anyway, so Tate has to play that starting from here, and when he ends his scale, he has to be like all the way up there. Okay, let's teach Tate a cello lesson.
Oh boy.
Okay, can you play the first 2 octaves?
Yeah. This sounds weird.
I think you started the A a little too high.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
I can't really
We will give you
too
a
high.
proper way to finger that. And when we say fingerings, we mean what order you're putting your fingers down on the fretboard. Okay. You ready for the way that I like to finger this one the most?
Yeah.
Okay. A string.
Yeah.
Play your B. B with your first finger. C with your second finger. And then shift up to the D with your first finger. And then it goes D, 3rd finger, 4th finger. You don't have to like extend or anything. If you just go D, 3rd finger, 4th finger. Okay, here, let me demonstrate. Okay, so if you play A on the first string, B with your first finger, C with your second finger,
Yeah.
and then shift to D. And then you don't have to be extending your fingers at all. You like all that is just right in like the natural. And then I shift to the G sharp. And it takes a little practice to get that shift right, so that's the first thing you're going to have to practice is shifting between. It's a bigger shift, but the reason why it's not that difficult is because, it is difficult, but like, not as difficult as it could be. There's a little trick. In the back of the cello, you have this little, the bottom of the neck, like the bottom of this part, right? And so where these notes sit is pretty comfortably, at least for my hand size, is pretty comfortably if I just shove my thumb to the very end of that thing, and then basically just let my first finger rest, like
Where it wants to.
where it wants to, like where it most naturally does, is an A for me. So basically you just do that. So from the, just like, the easiest way I found to do this shift is to just basically slam your finger into the bottom of the neck thingy and then find where that note is and get used to what that feels like with your hand.
All right.
Okay?
Okay. Wait.
Where's your B?
I believe I'm always sharp.
Okay, right there's your B, I think. Well, play, so, there, then shift to D with your first finger. That's sharp. Put it back a little bit. There you go. You have your pinky just a little too extended. It goes like pretty close to it. Find the A harmonic. Okay, now just, and then play the A with your second finger. Yep. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to practice. And then I don't want you to try doing the third octave until you have that, like, down.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I'll tell you what the third octave is. If you forget, I'll come back.
All right.
Okay? You good?
Yeah.
You sure?
Probably
Okay.
not.
It takes time. Okay?
Yeah.
It takes practice. Anybody who's been asking me how you get better at an instrument, it's practice. And there is no replacement for practice.
Yep.
Like, straight up. If you want to get good at something, you have to spend time doing it. And there's no way around it. Simple as that. So, when you come to the third octave, and I'm a little rusty too right now, but, so you play the A with your second finger, and then I'm going to have you play the B with your third finger, so. And then from there, it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And by 1, 2, 3, I mean your index finger is your first finger, your middle finger is your second finger, and your ring finger is your third finger, which by the time I hold up my third finger, I'm holding up the number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Makes sense, right? So, and another thing you have to remember is the farther up the fingerboard you go,
The smaller the distance.
the distance between notes gets smaller because you have less string that you're working with. Does that make sense? Because at this point, if you're putting your finger down right here on the fingerboard and the bottom of the string is down there, then the only part of the string that's actually vibrating is between your finger and the bottom of the string, which is a lot less space as if you were playing it open, which is vibrating from here to here. Anyway, so for that note, that's B, C. Your fingers are literally like sandwiched. Like, that's how much distance is between my fingers.
What distance?
That? Do you see that?
No, I think you need a microscope.
So,
You didn't.
I played it different, and okay, did I skip a note?
I feel like you did.
I'm skipping notes, guys. Ah! What am I doing? Okay. I can't even play this, guys. G sharp A,
Yeah.
B, C, D, E,
That's an E flat.
E, F, G sharp, A. Okay, so I did do it right. I'm just skipping notes because I'm so rusty. Good. So the last octave will be first finger on the G sharp, and then just. I'm skipping notes again. How am I doing this? A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A.
I believe you just have not been playing the A. You're not actually skipping notes.
Well, yeah, but okay. The reason I say is because every time I've arrived at the G sharp, the note right before the A, I've been already on my third finger. If I'm on my third finger, so when you're playing this high on the fingerboard, using your pinky is
Impossible.
pretty much impossible. Like, because you're supposed to position your hand like this so that the thumb, like, resting on top of the strings is basically what provides stability. And so, like, trying to use your pinky in this position is just really difficult, and you pretty much just have to teach yourself how to play without using your pinky when you're this high on the fingerboard. So since I was playing the note right before the last one with my third finger, I would have had to shift just to get up to the last note. That's not how you want to do it. When you're almost getting up to the last note, you want to have your third finger be the last note, so you don't have to have an awkward shift at the very end. And by shift, I just mean moving your hands from one part on the fingerboard to another. Shift.
Yes, shift.
So, I think I don't know what I've been doing, but so, I think I'd been shifting right here instead and playing B with my first finger. You want to play B with your third finger and then shift to C with the first finger.
That sounds very much plausible.
Also, pro tip, so this bottom part of the cello right here, this is called the bridge. The lower or the higher on the fingerboard you're playing, you want to move your bow closer to the bridge, because if you're like right here, then it just doesn't provide very much vibration space. You want to provide as much vibration space as it possibly can, and weirdly enough, like, if you play the string normally up here, it gives like this really weird like squeaky sound. But when you're playing up here, it's still high, but it's not as squeaky if you can do it right. So that's the other thing, is as it's kind of hard to think about how you're putting your fingers on the fingerboard and where your bow is, but like, the higher you're going up the fingerboard, you want to be having your bow move closer towards the bridge as you go up.
Okay.
Okay?
No one ever told me that.
Pro tips! Do you have any other questions
Not
for
right
this
now.
lesson? Okay. Cool. I realize that learning how to play a scale for most of you guys watching is probably kind of boring, so we're probably just going to end the video there. Okay, well, I'm going to keep working with Tate for a little while, but thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the little subscribe button that's down in this corner, and make sure you hit the like button and comment down below with any video ideas that you might have for me, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye-bye.
You said the same thing I told ya. My eyes are clear, there's no sea.